Hello guys and welcome back. Today we're going to do another product review. Okay, so glad to have you guys back here with me at the bench again today. And we're going to do another product review today. So, as I'm shooting this, it is April. It is springtime. And where does a young man's mind go during spring? Well, to yard maintenance, of course. So obviously today I'm going to do some yard related information for you. Now the other day I was watching a video put out by the North American Tool Bear, or Redbeard, from the Den of Tools, and he did a fantastic job covering a special that Home Depot was having. So he alerted me to go get some good stuff. And being spring, I went to get some Roundup. No, wait a minute. We're not doing that. No. I'm just throwing you off there. No, I did get some Roundup, but this is not the tool review or the product review. Everybody knows how Roundup works. That is just part of the story. Went to Home Depot. They had a sale. Buy some Roundup and get something else for free. That's what we're going to talk about today. So put this aside. And this is what I got, a big old box. But what's in it? Well, it's a sprayer. I can't barely even fit it on the screen here. But it's a Scott's garden sprayer for killing weeds and all sorts of nasties out there in your yard. So instead of looking at this box and going through all the stuff, let me pull it out and show it to you, and we'll put it together and see how it is. Yep, let me get a little knife here and cut this open. There we go. Alright, let's pull this baby out of here and see what we get. This box is rather shiny and it's throwing off all the lighting on the camera. There we go, put that aside. Alright, so we have the box garden sprayer, and I'm sure this is messing with all the lighting because it's very, very white. So it is their bigger one. I don't even know how big this is. It was just the one they had for sale. I mean, for free. And let me see on here. It says on the side here, well, this holds up to 2 gallons maximum fill. You probably can't see it, but it has indicator 1 gallon, 1.5, and 2 gallon. It says maximum fill, but I'm sure if you really, really wanted to, you could probably take it all the way up to the top, and that'll get you 3 gallons. So 3 gallons max if you really want to go crazy with it. Let's put it together. Let's open it up here, and everything seems to be inside. Let me get all the stuff out. Come on, I can hear you in there. Come on out. The one, there we go. There we go. So let's see, we got all the parts here. Let's put it together. So, my good friend the Tool Bear does reviews on all sorts of different things, and he can be quite informative. So, I suggest you check him out if you have the time. Really funny guy. So, let's put this together here. So, this basically comes as one fairly complete unit. I mean, the hose and the handle and everything is all ready to go. This goes inside the tank. It has a little filter on it, so you don't get all sorts of garbage clogging up your line. And it's a hard plastic line, PVC probably, and it, at least the good thing about it is that it won't, I mean, you can kink it, be careful, don't bend it and stuff like that because it'll kink, but the good thing is it won't collapse on itself. Not like your regular hoses that tend to collapse under pressure, and this one is reinforced, so it should hold up fairly well. I mean, if you've been around a while like I have, you know these are not anywhere near as good as what they used to be. They used to make these out of metal, and then they started making them out of plastic, and they've made them thinner and thinner as time has gone by. But what can you do? So let's pop this in here. Filter goes inside there. The hose goes all the way down, and you just screw it in place. Very, very easy to do. Very, very easy to put it together. Put it until it stops going. There you go, all nice and tight. This is it. Except you just add the wand. And before, these used to be made out of metal. Now they're plastic, and fairly flexible plastic too. I would say again, don't kink it, don't bend it, because you'll regret it. That'll be the end of that wand. It is plastic, it is not super strong. Let's see, thread this onto here. And this has a nice little trigger to it. And if you need to service the trigger, the bottom part opens up and you have all your seals and springs and stuff in here. So if it ever gets clogged up, just unthread this part here, everything will come out, and then you can clean it up and put it all back together. And this locks in place. You can see you pull it down, push it forward, and it locks in place for continuous spray. Pull it back and you're releasing it. Now it comes with two tips. There's this one head on here that has three adjustments to it, three selections. And you can see on the back here, let me point it out to you, rotate it around so you can see, you have the different choices of what type of spray you want. So you have, let me see on here, you have cone, stream, and fan. Cone and fan are pretty much the same, except the fan sprays out wide pattern like that. The cone is more circular, and the stream is just a straight gush of water. So you put this on here. The convenient thing about this is that you don't need to change tips. Like on the older ones, you needed to change tips. So all you do is you hold this piece here and you just rotate it and it snaps into place. And that's it. You pick the one you want and you go from there. And it has this other one too, which is this is just a regular stream. And I'm sure you can adjust it a little bit. It screws back and forth on here. And this is like the old-fashioned tip, where basically you could adjust a little wider, a little narrower, you know, just adjust how you get it to flow out. So you could put this on here as well if you don't want to use this one. So you have a choice of two styles of tips. Maybe this is too big, you need to get into a tight spot or something, or like you can't use it with this. This is the cone of silence from Get Smart. No, wait a minute, I'm confusing two different things here. No, this is your weed cone, believe it or not. This is your weed cone. You know, sometimes when you're out in the yard spraying, you know, trying to kill the weeds and stuff, a gust of wind will come along and blow it all over the place. Well, if you're using Roundup, you don't want Roundup blowing off the weed and blowing onto the grass you want to keep. So what this does is you attach it onto the end of here using this tip, not this one, too big. Won't fit on there. And when you spray on this, if you're spraying, this is the ground right here at my hand, you're spraying, you can come as close as you want to on the weed, and that'll basically spray inside the cone, and the gust of wind won't blow it all over. So you concentrate it only on the weed, and you minimize the damage area, so you don't spray it all over the place and kill off, you know, other things you don't want to kill. You don't want to have any collateral damage. So this eliminates your collateral damage. So your weed killer cone right here. Hang on to that. And this is the top of the sprayer itself. It locks into place so you can carry it around, and it pumps, you know, all over the place. Easy enough. And it's supposed to be reduced pump technology. So you get double the pumping pressure with less pumping. So, okay, we'll take their word for it. And this goes right in here. Screw it in place. And that's it. We're good to go. I mean, you pump this in. It comes with the built-in little handles here. This one is too small. I don't know why you have that one so small on there. This is right here. When you're putting it away, you can just secure the handle on here. You don't want it to be on the same spot. And then you just put it on there, snap it in place, and you're good to go. That way, it's not flopping all over the place, and you don't lose it, break it, damage it, whatever the case may be. I don't think... Hey, where'd my other one go? I just got started. I already lost it. Well, I'll have to look for the other tip wherever the heck I put it when I'm done here. So I don't know if the other tip will fit on here or not, but that's an interesting thought. So anyway, let's see. Let me pump it. Maybe I'll take this outside and I'll show you how it sprays. But I'm sure you guys know what a sprayer looks like, how it sprays and so forth. I don't know how entertaining that might be. But there you go. I mean, the Scott sprayer, I'll take you outside and do some spraying. Let's do that. Okay, fill this up with water. Let's pump it up a little bit. And there we go. There's stream. Now that comes out. Let's try cone. Cone comes out like that. Spraying all over the place. And let's try the fan. Fan is wide open. Stream again. And cone. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so here we are back inside, a little bit wet, but you saw how the experiment went on the outside. You saw how I showed you the 3 different types of spray to it. So it's convenient that now it comes with this multi-position spray. So if you're changing what you're spraying along the way, you don't need to keep flopping around and picking different tips and changing them and stuff like that. One spray gives you 3 choices. And then this one, if you have some more fine-tuning you need to do, you can use this one and your cone of silence or cone of weed spray. So I think it comes along with some pretty nice attachments now, nice and convenient. And one thing I didn't mention is that the top, let me open this up for you. The top, they mention in their literature, it has a cone shape, so you don't get spilling out when you're pouring stuff into it, because some of the poisons and stuff like that, you don't want to get them all over the place. You want to make sure it goes into your container. So it has a cone shape here to reduce spillage. And, you know, this, again, is also serviceable because as this pumps air through it and so forth, you shouldn't need to for a long time, but you can open this up. Okay, let me just point that out. This all opens up and you can lubricate the inside, lubricate the seals and stuff like that. So if it starts becoming a little strenuous over time, when you're pumping it, a little hard to do because this is a metal rod and it has lubricant on it from the factory. I can feel that. You probably can't see it, but I can feel it. And it has a grease on there. And every so often, it's a good idea to grease it to keep it from getting rusty and jammed up inside. So this collar comes apart and you get the tube separating from it. You can lubricate it, clean it, whatever you need to do. Put it back together, put it back in service, and you should be good to go. So, you know, for me, I got a great deal. I got it for free. Not that they gave it to me because of that promo. Buy a 32-ounce, Roundup, and you get a free sprayer. But even if you don't get it for free, even if you don't find this same special that I found, the Scott sprayer is only $19.95 at Home Depot. Maybe different price, different places, but Home Depot, that's where I got it, $19.95. Not a bad little sprayer. And it does come with a 5-year warranty from Scott's. So if you have any problem, I'm sure in the first few months, maybe even up to a year, you can probably take it back to Home Depot. I don't think they would give you much trouble with it. I've taken things back to Home Depot months after I owned it, and they're generally pretty good about standing behind a lot of things, especially if they have it in stock. Simple item like this, they just swap it out, give you a new one. They send it back to Scott's, no problem. So this is a good little device. I recommend it. Go ahead and get it, especially for free if you can, but for 20 bucks, it's a good item. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it answers some questions for you about the sprayer, how it works, and I showed you how the different spray patterns work on it. Good for gardening. I got a lot of weeds to kill. I got to redo my entire backyard. The lawn looks like garbage. I'm going to kill it all off. That's why I got the Roundup. I'm going to kill off everything and start fresh with new lawn. So I got a busy summer ahead of me. This baby's going to get a workout. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it answered your questions. Please hit that like and hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified when I put out another video. Love to have you guys hang out with me in the shop today, as always. And I'd love to see you again next time on the next product or tool review that I do. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye for now.